I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners. Today is July 12th, 2012. It is 7 p.m. Jackie, take the roll. Oh, okay. All stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, Jackie, please take the roll.
President Young,
Here.
Vice President Janner,
Here.
Commissioner Egan,
Present.
Commissioner Heidi,
Here.
Commissioner Ori,
Here.
Commissioner Riley,
Here.
Commissioner Todd.
Here. The next item on the agenda are awards and recognitions. Are there any awards and recognitions today? No. Item 5 is matters from the public. Jackie, has anyone signed up to speak?
No one has signed up to speak.
Item 6 are updates and reports. The first item is Riverwalk Commission update. Jerry Heidi?
Thank you, President Young. The Riverwalk Commission met on Wednesday, July 11th. A presentation on the Water Street Development Project was conducted, and because of the numerous iterations and lengthy time frame that have characterized this project, it was agreed that the Commission would revisit plans and specifications to determine if the project is consistent with our vision. We have also started a new fiscal year, and both the capital and operating budgets are approximately 20% consumed. Thank you.
The next item is the Riverwalk Foundation update. The Riverwalk Foundation has not met since our last meeting. The next meeting for the Riverwalk Foundation will be August 2nd. The Carillon Foundation update, Commissioner Egan.
No report at this meeting.
The Parks Foundation update, Vice President Janner.
The Parks Foundation Board did not meet in June, and the next meeting has not yet been set. Thank you.
The Finance Committee update.
Thank you, President Young. The Finance Committee held their last meeting of the 2011-2012 board year on 6/2012. Chairperson Marie Todd reported that two main topics covered were, first, a review of the purchasing card, commonly called the P-card program. This program has led to a more efficient purchasing process for routine items, saving administrative time and cost. It also saves money for the district. This past year, it generated approximately $15,000 in reimbursements. Importantly, all this is accomplished with strict guidelines in place as to usage of the P-card, and our finance department monitors the program very closely. There was a follow-up review of the Sawyer-Faldudo quarterly statement that was presented at the previous Finance Committee meeting so that all committee members were up to speed. The next meeting of the Finance Committee will be held at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday, July 17th at the Park District Main Administration Building.
The next item is the Legislative Committee update, Commissioner Heidi.
Thank you, President Young. The Legislative Committee met on July 10th, and the focus was establishing legislative priorities for the coming year. We have several ideas in the incubator, and we have also asked Ray and our attorney, Dirk Price, to query their respective constituencies for ideas. We will conduct a follow-up meeting to further discuss this on July 24th. Please recall that we successfully dispatched our long-standing top priority when Governor Quinn recently signed Senate Bill 3809. We will be formally recognizing our hardworking legislators who were, of course, instrumental to the success of Senate Bill 3809 in a press release which will appear in the near future. Thank you.
The next item is the Parks and Recreation Committee update, Vice President Janner.
Thank you, President Young. The Parks and Recreation Committee last met on June 20th at the Sportsman's Park Clubhouse. The primary topic of discussion was the May Watts Park Trail proposal. The committee is a residents representing different perspectives who participated in the public comment segment at their views about the trail proposal. The Parks and Recreation Committee directed staff to engage an engineering study to an engineering firm to study the feasibility of the trail concept and design that was endorsed by the focus group and recommended by Park District staff. The results of that study will be discussed in an upcoming board workshop, and the next meeting of the Parks and Recreation Committee will be Wednesday, August 7th at 8 a.m. in the Park District Main Administration Building. Thank you.
The next item is the Golf Committee update. Commissioner Egan?
Excuse me while I choke. The 2012 Junior City Golf Tournament is Monday, July 16th at Naperville. Applications are available through Saturday, July 14th. For tournament information, call 630-378-4215. Saturday, July 14th, Springbrook Golf Course is hosting the Ryder Cup Junior Skills Challenge. The free event is available to girls and boys ages 6 to 17. To register for Springbrook, visit the Illinois Section PGA site before Saturday, July 14th, or call 630-848-5060 for details. Due to the Ryder Cup Skills Challenge, Springbrook's range will be closed for the public Saturday, July 14th from 10:30 to 1 p.m. Naperville's range will be open all day to the public. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. Both courses continue to perform well through the end of May. Currently, we're looking at a surplus of approximately $300,000, which will help us offset some of the tougher days that we've had here with the high heat. Please keep in mind, if you do have the urge to golf in 100-degree weather, Ed and his team are happy to have you on either course. Finally, kudos to Ed and his staff on managing the labor portion of the P&L. A large portion of the favorability we're seeing is coming from managing his labor down. The next Golf Committee meeting is scheduled for Monday, July 23rd at 7:30 a.m. in the Range Room at Springbrook Golf Course. We have some hole-in-ones. There were 3 hole-in-ones recorded in the last 30 days. Late June, Marlon Bayesk recorded a hole-in-one at Naperbrook, and at Springbrook, Mark Rosinski and Nick Ranchero both recorded a hole-in-ones in July. For Nick, this was his second ace at Springbrook this season. Golfing with that few strokes, you're just not getting your money's worth, right? The more you hit it, the better you do. We would like to hear what our golfers have to say about Springbrook and Naperville golf courses. If you are interested in giving your opinions and ideas on our facilities, programs, tournaments, and more, we'd love for you to come and participate in one of our focus groups on August 6th and August 8th. Please visit springbrookgolfcourse.org or napervillgolfcourse.org for more information. Thank you.
The next item is the President's update. The last 4 weeks have been an incredibly busy time for the Park District. Summer is in full swing, and with summer comes baseball and softball tournaments, swimming competitions, triathlons, gardening, tennis, lacrosse, trail use, frisbee, day camps, golf, heat. Oh my goodness, the heat and no rain, and the granddaddy of them all, Ribfest and the fireworks. And if the here and now isn't enough, staff has prepared the fall program guide that will be available to you next week. And if all those activities I just listed didn't keep staff busy, the board tasked the leadership team with 2 special board meetings during June, rather than 1. The additional board meeting gave staff leadership and the board the opportunity to review the results of the attitude and interest survey, and I am encouraged by the results of the survey. They speak to the overall satisfaction of the residents with the Park District and gave us some ideas on what projects and programming were of interest to the residents. In addition, the board discussed whether capital projects for improvements to our golf facilities could be included with our other capital projects, or whether they must be funded solely through the enterprise fund established for golf. While the board took no action during the additional special meeting, the board is open to reviewing individual capital projects necessary to maintain the golf facilities, just as we would other capital projects. And after review by the board, if approved, those capital projects could be funded in the same manner as other capital projects. Finally, after a month like the Park District has had, I want to send a special thank you to the entire staff. I could highlight the activities of the Recreation Department because even if the events are not Park District events, when they occur in our parks and use our facilities, then the Recreation Department has to schedule and prepare for those events. Or I could highlight the work of the maintenance crews because preparing the grounds and then repairing the grounds after events in the parks is an enormous task. But today, I'll highlight the Park Police. During Ribfest, the Park Police apprehended a group of thieves, and in so doing recovered $5,100 from an individual who signed up to volunteer but instead attempted to steal money. This is just one of many examples of how the Park Police serves the community. Thank you to the entire Park Police Department for your good work all year long and helping to maintain safety in the parks. Ray, it's time for your update.
Thank you, President Young. Several things here to talk about. I'll go rather quickly, though. Some fun family things this weekend here, starting tomorrow, which is the 13th, at 7 p.m. in Central Park. It will be Shakespeare in the Park. The Midsummer Shakespeare Troupe will perform The Merry Wives of Windsor. And then we have concerts in your park, which is also a free event, scheduled for Sunday, July 15th at 7 p.m. in Pradle Park. Bopology, I think that's right, we'll be performing in that park. And again, go to our website, which is napervilleparks.org, for further details on some other cool summer events. The third of 4 special needs nights events will be held this Sunday, July 15th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at Centennial Beach. This is a great opportunity for families with individuals who have special needs to enjoy a quiet, relaxing evening of swimming after regular beach hours are over. For further details on this and any other activities at Centennial Beach, visit that website, which is centennialbeach.org. As President Young had mentioned, the Naperville Park District's Autumn 2012 program guide will be delivered to residents' homes beginning July 19th. The virtual program guide will be available at www.napervilleparks.org beginning July 16th. Autumn online registration will begin August 2nd at noon. And again, for further information, go to napervilleparks.org for anything else that you may need. A couple more things here. The City of Naperville mosquito trap in Seeger Park tested positive for West Nile virus in 2 recent instances. City crews have sprayed the area twice as a precaution using the safest chemicals available in very low volumes. Crews also checked the area for breeding sites and retreated catch basins. Again, visit our website for information on how to protect yourself and your family from mosquito bites around your home and anywhere else. And then finally, to celebrate the opening of the new trail at Willowway Commons, there will be a ribbon cutting ceremony on Tuesday, July 17th at 1:30 p.m. The trail is an extension of the DuPage River Trail and was constructed by the Forest Preserve District of DuPage County as part of a partnership agreement with the City of Naperville and the Naperville Park District. Thank you.
There are updates and reports. Moving on to item 7, approval of the treasurer's report.
Move to approve the May 2012 Treasurers Report.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Jackie, take the roll.
Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Ori,
Aye.
Commissioner Riley,
Yes.
President Young.
Yes. The next item is the consent agenda. Are there any items to be removed from the consent agenda?
I'd like to remove item J.
Okay. Any other items?
Move to accept the consent agenda, items A through I as presented.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Jackie?
Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Yep.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Ori,
Aye.
Commissioner Riley,
Yes.
President Young.
Yes.
Move to approve consent agenda as accepted.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? This is a voice vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. The next item is unfinished business, approval of the minutes regular meeting of June 14, 2012.
Move to approve item J, approval of minutes, regular meeting of June 14th, 2012.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I'd just like to note that there's a Scribner's error under the, in the meeting minutes, under the Finance Committee update, where the net account return is recorded incorrectly. It should read 1.31% instead of 31st%. And there's 2 instances, so we just need to correct that to make sure that the numbers are right.
Any other discussion? Jackie?
Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Riley,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Yep.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yep.
Commissioner Ori,
Aye.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
President Young.
Yes. Moving on to new business, authorized signers for Harris Bank.
Move to approve President Kirsten Young and Sue Stanish as authorized signers for the district's accounts held with Harris Bank.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion?
Wait for you.
Jackie?
Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Yep.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Ori,
Aye.
Commissioner Riley,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
President Young.
Yes. Ordinance 789, authorizing execution of a lease agreement with Office 95 LLC for indoor program space.
Move to approve Ordinance 789, authorizing execution of a lease agreement with Office 95 LLC for indoor program space.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion?
I think this merits some compliment to the staff for a lot of hard work and making the arrangements for expanding our indoor space availability. And maybe Brad can give us some idea of the scope of how this might add to our inventory of program indoor space.
Sure. With the lease space, and especially lease space on 95th Street, this will give the Park District presence in South Naperville, which is something that we've been lacking as far as indoor program space is concerned. The Barn Recreation Center, where many of the programs will move from that facility into the facility on 95th Street, represents about 5,000 square feet of programmable space. The lease that's before you tonight is about 11,500 square feet. And that's about a 25% increase over the district-controlled facilities that we have for indoor recreation space when we take into account all of our satellite facilities such as the Sportsman's Clubhouse, Knocknall's Wigwam, as well as the Alfred Rubin Riverwalk Community Center. So this will be a significant opportunity to be able to expand into South Naperville and provide programs that are more convenient for residents in South Naperville to access.
Thank you.
Any other discussion on the motion? Jackie?
Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Riley,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Yep.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Ori,
Aye.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
President Young.
Yes. The next item is the Naperville Park District Personnel Policy 06-01.
Move to approve Personnel Policy 06-01, Golf, Recreation, Beach, and other programs as revised.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion? Jackie, take the roll.
Vice President Janner,
I'm sorry, Commissioner Ori?
Maybe Jim or somebody can explain to our audience that this is being done because of some various changes in the law. That's not because we have been negligent in having a policy that provides for this being done already.
I think part of this was driven by what you just said, Commissioner Ori, and also part of it was somewhat coming in line with the distinguished agency, but I'll let Director of Human Resources, Katie Seppi, speak to this.
Upon review of our policies, we noted that this policy did not account for the civil union partner, a provision that act that had passed last year, which means that we need to provide the same level of benefits to couples that are together in a civil union as we would married couples.
Thank you.
Any other discussion on the motion? Jackie, take
Vice
the roll.
President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi,
Yes.
Commissioner Ori,
Aye.
Commissioner Riley,
Yes.
President Young.
Yes. The next item is a listing of our future meetings. Special meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners will be July 26, 2012, 6 p.m. at the South Maintenance Facility located on Book Road. The next regular meeting will be August 9th, 2012, 7 p.m. here in Council Chambers. And then the last special meeting of the summer will be August 23rd, and that again will be at the South Maintenance Facility on Book Road.
Move to adjourn to executive session to discuss land acquisition 2C5 of the Open Meetings Act, and litigation 2C11.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion?
Vice President Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi, Commissioner Ori,
Aye.
Commissioner Riley,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
President Young.
Yes. For the record, the board will not be taking action after the executive session.